Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the 78 Magical. I got this deck on a whim. I was never really checking for any of these decks. And for some reason, this one really, I was watching Meredith's flip through. I will put it below. And this one really stuck out to me. Out of all of the decks, I really was feeling this one. So I decided to get it, and I wanted to do a little bit of a review for people with small hands because I have small hands, and this deck is a big one. So I thought I'd do a review. I had done a walkthrough, a whole walkthrough, where I went through all the cards and I talked about the guidebook and all of the things, and my microphone died. It died on me, and I couldn't even salvage any of the footage from before it died because it just sounded so awful. And so I just scrapped the whole video. But I think instead of doing a full flip through, I'll do a flip through, a musical one at the end, and I'll post it or whatever. But instead of talking through the cards and all that like I did last time, because it's not a first impressions anymore. I've already seen them. I've already used them. I thought I'd do a review for people with small hands. So it does come with that slip cover. You saw that. You saw me take that off, and in the box, it's a hard box with a magnetic closure. And they come in here like this. I think they came with like a plastic band around them. It's a beautiful box. It has a lot of like stamping on it. I don't know if the lighting in here is good enough for you to be able to catch that, but like all of where it's brown is stamped. And so this is not stamped, but like this is, and there. Um, yeah, I think it's a beautiful box. I think it's a beautiful deck, but as a person with small hands, it's hard for me to hold on to them. That's the long and the short of it. I This deck is large. So in the inside of the box it says those who don't believe in magic will never find it by Roald Dahl. And I think that might have been the selling point for me. When I saw that, I love Roald Dahl. I used to read his books all the time as a child, and then when I was teaching, I used to be a teacher. I always made sure that I put his books on the syllabus for whatever grade I was teaching, whichever one was appropriate, because I really really love his stuff. The I don't know, the magic of childhood comes alive, and I'm like, how could this grown man write about this stuff and remember it? I can't remember it, but he reminds us, right? So um this, you can see here, this is a normal size tarot card, just like a regular RWS. This is the Wiser Tarot, and you can clearly see that this is quite a bit bigger, wider, and taller than a regular size tarot card. If I was comparing this to, say, let me see if I can find like an oracle card. Um, one moment, let me find an oracle card that is normal size. So this is the the Earthcraft Oracle. This is a Hay House production. So this would be a Hay House size Oracle card, which is typical size for an Oracle card. And you can see that the card is even bigger. It's taller than an Oracle. And it's not as wide, but almost as wide. And so, yeah, these are pretty big. They're pretty big cards. And the big is not so bad. The big, you can work around that. I'm sorry if you heard my stomach growl. It's very early in the morning and I haven't had my breakfast yet, but I am drinking my coffee. Cheers. The big is not so bad, but the slippery. The cards are very glossy. I don't know if you can, yeah, there you go. You can catch the light from the window there. They are extremely glossy, and it's not sticky gloss, which I do appreciate. This is a slidey gloss, which is nice because if they were normal size, it would mean that they would be really easy to shuffle. And they fan like a dream. Like, I'll show you. Um, you see that? It's beautiful. However, if you have small hands, holding on to these is very difficult. Like I have been using this deck. I've used it several times now. I can't grip it. Like I have to like with my whole hand like I'm a child. You know what I mean? Like how kids grab things. I have to use all 5 fingers to hold it because if I don't hold it tight, it will right out of my hands, and it's heavy. And not only that, it's slippery. I think the thing that really gets me for someone with small hands is that it's slippery because it is big for my hands. And normally, if it's something as big for my hands, I would just side shuffle it. But I can't do that because I can do it, but I have to really hold tight to these cards because I have already slipped. They will slide out of my hands, right? And then I've had them when I've tried to grab them, I've already bent one. I've already like creased one from trying to grip it because it slipped out of my hands. I haven't creased it. It didn't crease, thank goodness, but it did get bent. Now, it is good cardstock. I was able to bend it right back to its normal. You can't even really tell that it was bent. See? But if I had creased it, you'd be able to tell that. So be careful if you have small hands. If you are the type of person who wants a deck that you can shuffle with no problems and just kind of like get that sort of rhythm and you have small hands, you might want to skip this one because if shuffling is like a thing for you where it's like, a ritual and part of your practice or whatever, it's not going to be possible to get a good ritual shuffle out of this. This is going to be more like I'm just holding on for dear life and trying to mix it. So what I've been doing is side shuffling really, really slowly and thoughtfully. Like I can't let my mind go anywhere else when I'm shuffling. And then I have been sort of overhanding it like this, but which is also quite difficult for me because holding on to these cards, they're big. I have to hold my whole hand. And and I have to make sure that they fall right into the middle of my palm. If they go anywhere else, they're gone. And then also I have been doing with this deck particularly, I have been fanning and picking like this because I'm not able to get the best mix when I'm shuffling because I can't shuffle too much because I can't hold on to the cards and I don't want to drop them and I don't want to crease one like I almost did. So I've just been doing sort of like a fan and pick. Um, and then when I put the cards back, I make sure I put them in random places when I return them to the deck so that they're not clumping up. And, because I've had that happen where it's like I get all the same cards again because it didn't shuffle because I'm not able to shuffle it well. So now for me, um, a deck where I can't shuffle is not going to stop me from using it. I will use it, but I won't probably use this as much as I would if I could shuffle it because I do like it. It's very cool. It's very cool. So let's look at some of the cards. So 78 Tarot, if you're not aware, is a company that they produce limited edition decks where they commission artists, a different artist, I think for each card or I don't know if it's a different artist for each card, but they commission several different artists to complete the deck, and so they will tell you the name of the card and then the artist name on the bottom of the card. Um, and they have a different theme for each deck. So this one is the magical. And they said in the guidebook, now I didn't get the physical guidebook, I got the PDF guidebook. It is wonderful. I was able to download it right to my iPad. It does talk about everything you need to know. I'm gonna start flipping through these cards. Let me zoom in. It's gonna talk about everything you need to know as far as like how to understand the card, as well as is there a glare there? Let's put them on this side, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. They're very glossy. As well as as far as how to understand the cards, as well as let me see. There we go, as well as like the story behind the picture. So that's good. I enjoy that. Look at that high priestess. I think I was looking at Meredith's walkthrough. I might have got like 5 or 6 cards in, and I was like, oh yeah, look at this Hierophant. They're so cool. They're just cool. And I don't have anything like this in my collection. I don't have a lot of fantasy art and stuff like that. So I thought, well, this is fun because it's so many different types of fantasy art. It's not just one over and over. I don't know. I think I get bored with too much fantasy art in a deck, but this is nice because it breaks it up because it's all different kinds of art. Look at this mermaid. Yes, pink, black mermaid, pink hair, temperance, all the things with wings. Come on, bring it. Like, come on. Um, so yeah, I love this. I'm gonna flip through these cards and let you take a look, and then I'll come back and do a little shuffle so you can see how I've been picking, and then I'll read from the guidebook. It does have two additional major arcana cards, um, and I've left them in the deck. I find that they add something to the deck. And here we go. Okay, so that's that. I think this is a beautiful deck. I am very happy that I got it. I do not regret that choice. But as a person with small hands, I will say that I probably will not be buying any more decks from them as long as their cardstock is like this because I have a hard time holding on to this. And I will probably eventually destroy these cards trying to shuffle them. So, because of that, and because it is a limited edition deck that will eventually be a collector's item once it is out of print, which will they go out of print pretty quickly because they're so limited. I don't know, I might feel some type of way about using it as much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, but I do love it, and I am gonna use it until probably until I finally crease one of the cards, and then I'll probably shelf it. Am I upset that I got it? No, I actually ended up getting a little bit of a discount on it because I purchased it in pre-order, and then I did the Etsy thing where you put it in the cart and they send you a coupon. And they actually have also, when you purchase from Etsy, just so you know, they send you another 25% off coupon. Now, will I be using it? I don't know. I doubt it because, like I said, I don't know that I'll be buying another deck from them. But if I did, I have a 25% off coupon for the next purchase, so that's good. Um, Now I don't know if they do that only for the pre-orders or if they do that in general, but it's something to note. But I think that I won't be getting the mini. I considered that, but I was watching Livy's video, which I will also link below, and they said that they're not feeling the mini. So I was like, okay, done. I think I'm just gonna use this one. I'm just gonna use this one. I like it, and I'm gonna try. So let's see. Let me show you how it's been shuffling. Let me move this so I don't get coffee all over my table, just in case I lose them. So I've been shuffling them sideways like this because there's no way I can get them shuffled like this. I can't get a good enough grip on them to be able to shuffle them this way. Because they will, like I said, slide out of my hands if I don't grip them very tightly. And so I have been doing this in a very slow way because if I go too fast, I'll lose them. And I don't want to demonstrate that right now. So this is kind of how I've been shuffling. Um, just even trying to get them back together is difficult for me because they're so big. Just getting them in my hands. So yeah, I've been doing a slow and then like a, you know, kind of, and you can see the kind of shuffle I'm getting. It's a little clumpy. Um, but it has to be slow. I can't, and it has to be thoughtful. Like I have to think about it. I can't just shuffle and think about something else or my question or whatever. I have to really be considering, like, am I holding the cards in the center of the stack? Um, you know, so this is kind of how I've been shuffling. So I've been doing this, and then see if I get too fast, you see they get away. So I have to go real slow, and then once I've done that, I have been just kind of fanning them. They fan gorgeous. This is beautiful. And then just picking a card or two like that. Um, and that's kind of how I've been choosing the cards. And then once I finish, I have just been making sure that I put the cards back in random places so that I'm not having to worry about, like, if I don't get a good shuffle, the cards coming back in the same order that I just pulled them in. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So let's shuffle and pick a card and we'll read from the guidebook. Okay. Two wants to come. So we've got guide and 7 of Pentacles. All right, let me get the guidebook and we'll give it a read. Okay, so this is what the guidebook looks like. It does have the thumbnails on the side, which makes it easy to find. There are a couple of spreads, which is nice. And then, right into the cards, you have a large picture as well as a full meaning. And so let's just jump down to guide. Guide is one of the extra cards in the deck. There are 2 additional cards. Here it is. Okay, so this is what the entry looks like if you want to read it for yourself. And I'm going to read it. It says Guide by Larry Elmore. The witch descends from her ritual circle, a pyre still burning as the skies clear and the storms pass. Upon her altar, runes magically inscribed by the deity she consulted for her wisdom, her message now etched in stone until her quest is complete. Halgalaz, Tiwaz, Dagaz, the guys. I don't know. I don't know how to say these. I don't know about these runes, but it says, her face is resolute and hardened. The message she sought was not a welcome one. Her path is one of tempest, trials, and obstacles. Success only achieved through measured actions, balance, creating harmony despite the storms. Welcome or not, her actions are now set, her course of action clear. Two ravens sent by her deities to act as her companions and guides. The universe sends us signs and guides trying to get our attention, aiding us on our journey, protecting us from veering too far away from our destination. But sometimes we do not see, and sometimes the message is clear, but we choose not to see. Even when we do not want to, it's important to face the truths that are presented to us. By burying our heads in the sand, we can end up causing an issue to escalate beyond measure. Keep your eyes and your mind open. Often what is sent to us as a challenge and ignored as a trial or nuisance is an opportunity to bring us happiness, a clarity and truth that will follow any storms you face. You are being guided to a truer, more harmonious path. Stop fighting it and listen to the wisdom that is being offered you. I love that message. I thought both of the extra cards were really good, so I'm keeping them in the deck. Yeah, so that's guide. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. So let's find the Seven of Pentacles. Also, if I put them, I don't know what these came like I said, I put them back in order. I don't know if I put the suits the way that the way it came. You'll have to excuse me because um I don't remember and I didn't check the guidebook. Also, at the end of this book, which I just noticed, there are bios for all the artists. I just noticed that. So that's cool. All right, so let's find the Seven of Pentacles. Where are we? These are cups. The cups were last. I don't know how I did it in the flip through. I just put them back in order. However, where are the pentacles? Those are swords. I wish it had like a table of contents. Where are the damn pentacles? Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got them. Okay. So Seven of Pentacles. This is the. You want to read it? Okay. The dwarven mines hold a hoard of treasure, green glowing crystals and magical pentacles aligning the caves as far as the eye can see. Three dwarves take their turn, hard at work, yet while they have managed to mine several carts of the green crystals, they are making far less progress with the more magical pentacle treasures that they wish to mine. Driven by the desire to possess these pentacles, they keep trying, but no matter how hard they work, no matter how much they chip away at the ground surrounding these discs, they remain attached, some still deeply buried within the mounds of the earth. Frustrated, the mine leader realizes it is time to regroup and rethink how they should proceed. It says you put a lot of effort in and achieved a great goal, but you gotten lost in the work rather than considering the end result? Take a moment to pause and check in with yourself, your goals, and how you want to accomplish them. Consider if your ultimate objectives are still what they were when you started, or if they have evolved as you have progressed. What have you learned so far? What is working for you, and what needs to be changed? Don't waste time. You'll regret later. Clinging to a direction that doesn't work for you anymore when quick reevaluation now could save you hours of wasted time. Get it right and take as much time as you need to ensure it is right before you move forward. It's too important to risk. Don't be afraid to change things up, to revamp and reorganize, and even make some significant changes in order to achieve perfection. And then the keywords, there are keywords here. It says reevaluation, progress, and consideration. I think these are fabulous write-ups for these cards. I don't have the big book, but that is an option. And like I said, if you purchase the deck on Etsy, they sent me a 25% off coupon, and it was on the receipt. So if you get one, maybe you could then purchase the book if it's something that you wanted for 25% off. So yeah, so that's all I have to say about this deck. I hope that that was helpful for anybody with tiny hands like me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I produce videos every couple of days, regarding tarot and oracle. I was trying to do every 5 days, but I have too many to do. So I think it's going to be more than 5 days. But I mean, you're going to get them faster than every 5 days, but that's just this month. Maybe next month we'll go back to 5 days. But, anyways, no more than 5 days, no less than. I try to do at least 2 days between each video so I'm not spamming anybody. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Stay safe, be blessed. Bye.